I'm back. It's been a very long time. Sorry about the month break that I had. But yeah, it was mainly school, like my big, like exams. My what do you call it? These in like general terms. Grading tests, you could say. There's sort of like HSCs and SATs, like the grading tests. I've had those. Work, other stuff. Yeah, so I haven't really had time. I actually didn't watch Raw or SmackDown for 2 weeks due to all of that. You know, what do you call it? I don't know. I'm trying to think of the word, but I don't care. So I'm thinking this video will just be like a month recap of the big topics that are happening around the WWE, with Raw and SmackDown, and I don't give a fuck about NXT anymore. Um, so anyway, I'm gonna start off with probably the biggest surprise, I would say, is Mark Henry. As you would know now, Mark Henry is the World Heavyweight Champion. I haven't watched SmackDown yet. I've been a bit lazy. I've been working Friday night, and I was working all day Saturday today. I'm working all day Sunday tomorrow. So, doing the video now and uploading it up tonight. So, Mark Henry, he did nothing for 15. Oh, I wouldn't say he even did nothing. He did not look like what he could be. 15 years in the WWE, he's been there a very long time, and they finally give him this push, this like, what would you call it, this powerhouse push, sort of like what they did with the Great Khali. Like, he just became a total, like, in the 2007 era where he became World Heavyweight Champion. Yeah, so, it happened since the draft, so it was a big build-up as well, not like sort of a shocker thing. Won his way through a battle royal and then just completely demolished Randy Orton. So, what do I think of it? I'm loving it. They've always looked like they've tried to do this with Mark Henry. Mainly as a heel, he's gone back and forth through the years. Like, when he was on ECW champion, they were trying to display him as a big powerhouse, but it seemed to fade off after a while, and it just stopped once he lost the title. Now they've done it with the World Heavyweight Championship, and I can sense a big, long title reign. This will last, I reckon, till the end of the year, hopefully, and then I reckon it will start to heat down towards Royal Rumble era. I reckon now he's definitely the top heel on SmackDown. Christian has to stand aside for a while. Good thing about a heel having the championship now is there's more contenders. I would say you got Sheamus, Randy Orton. You can throw a Daniel Bryan in there. He's got the Money in the Bank briefcase, even though he is very bad at the moment. Who else would you say? Yeah, maybe a no, that won't work. Or maybe a Ted DiBiase could be thrown in there. Sin Cara, like the face Sin Cara. Yeah, so there's a few more contenders. Like when Randy Orton had it, always seemed to be Christian, even though they had plenty more superstars. So yeah, I'm loving Mark Henry, and there's hopefully plenty more to come where that came from. Now, another interesting topic is the CM Punk Triple H thing that occurred. It was mainly about CM Punk just ranting about how Triple H, like blah blah blah, COO, sorry, of the company, and how he's a bad manager and shouldn't be doing this, shouldn't be doing that, and then Um, yeah, inevitably had a match where if Triple H lost, he'd have to like forfeit his COO of the company and won't be able to run management operations. And he won with some and then interferences galore through that, involving two people getting fired. I'll get into that a little later. Um, and then something sparked up with John Laurinaitis, who, because he's the executive vice president of talent relations, which means, and he's been appearing himself on Raw, even though he's got a smoker's voice. He can't. I don't reckon he can speak for more than 5 minutes without going. So anyway, yeah, that sort of seemed to fade off a bit now, and it looks CM Punk's back in the main event picture. John Cena and Alberto Del Rio having a Hell of a Cell match, which is in 2 weeks, so don't expect much. And then you've got another pay-per-view coming up, which is fucking stupid. I don't. I'll save that for a later video. Now what else is there to talk about? Oh yeah, Awesome Truth. I was loving Awesome Truth, and now it looks like they're gonna dump it to the side for a little bit. The only reason for the firing is to make him better. Look at what happened to John Cena when he got fired from the WWE. It only made that thing a little more interesting. Even though he took them all out in one go, it didn't look Superman potential because he took them all out when they were all separated. So that was a good thing, and it really gave the Nexus a bit more spotlight in terms of things. So, but this will probably spark up. It will definitely hit the conspiracy thing. So yeah, nothing. So there's lots more to look forward to in that particular storyline. Another interesting storyline I want to talk about is actually the Sin Cara and Sin Cara. Now, if any of you didn't know, Sin Cara got suspended for faking an injury at Money in the Bank. Now, that was the real Sin Cara. I think I always get their names mixed up. I think Mystico is the real Sin Cara. He's the shorter one. He's the smaller one. And then they replaced him, and then all of a sudden that Hanako, who's the fake Sin Cara, turned heel. So, and one of my friends actually said that, no, this never will happen. There's going to be a Sin Cara versus Sin Cara, and look, he was right. He obviously runs the company. I would never imagine that happening. So, well done. Yeah. I assume that, if you don't know, Hanako is the much bigger person and Mystico's a smaller one, so that's how you can tell them apart. So yeah, what do I think? Hopefully it's good. It has potential to be so good, because it's like, imagine having like Evan Bourne and Sin Cara. Like, remember when that would happen, like, and like them just going all out, like jumping off cages and bloody ladders and everything. How good would that be? Like, that's what I can see in this storyline, but I don't think that will happen. I reckon it will just be a little fire springs up and then it will just go back down, which would be a bit disappointing. What else is there to talk about? I could talk about how John Cena won his WWE Championship, but I don't think many people want to talk about that. Maybe the Ted DiBiase turning face and ditching Cody Rhodes. That can be something to talk about. The problem is that Ted DiBiase is an inconsistent like person. Like he was at Night of Champions in a championship match, and then he's in Superstars the very next week. See, they don't really book him very well. Like, he'll have 2 weeks off and then come back and have a big match, and then all of a sudden he's all of a sudden this main character, and he'll be there for a month, and then 2 weeks later he's back off TV. So they're very inconsistent with him. I would never have known at this particular time that Cody Rhodes would be better than Ted DiBiase. I always thought Ted DiBiase was better. As soon as Legacy split, I thought this will help Ted DiBiase, not Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes needed a little bit more developmental time with a top superstar. Ted DiBiase was good, but Cody Rhodes has gone that step higher, and Ted DiBiase, he's still trying to make his way up. Cody Rhodes, if he wins the World Championship, I would not be surprised if Ted DiBiase won. I'd be, what the fuck is WWE doing? So yeah, what else is there to talk about? Maybe I don't know. I really don't know what to talk about. Maybe I should just end the video here. So starting next week, I will do my usual Raw reviews. Maybe I'll throw a couple of extra informational videos in there. I have not made a video for a while, so maybe if I put maybe a few in there next week, might do a WWE weekly news video. You know, if I'm bothered. They're very annoying to make, but I will try to do that. Oh, here's another thing to talk about. Zack Ryder. He got a pin on the United States champion Dolph Ziggler, who always seems to defend his championship. It takes forever for him to lose it. Like that fatal 4-way, like the odds are all against him, and they always seem to find a way to win. So, maybe Zack Ryder and Dolph Ziggler at Hell in a Cell. Like, would you be surprised if that happened? Like, Zack Ryder got a pin on the champion, which usually when that happens, it's like with the tag team championship, which I will talk about next. Now, just remembered. Every time the tag team champs go up against like an opponent and the opponent pins him, the very next week they've got a championship match. So maybe that will happen between them, because at this stage it looks to if WWE, because they've got 2 weeks, 1 week's already down, so the very next Sunday or Monday in my book is Night of Hell in a Cell, which is no time to book at all. So if that doesn't happen Monday, it's just gonna be a like a off the chart off TV booking. Yeah, tag team champs, champion tag team division, sorry, has actually picked up its game. Got rid of McGillicuddy and Otunga, and they've put Air Boom now, Evan Bourne and Kofi Kingston. Finally got a face on those championships after such a long time. Otunga and McGillicuddy were doing nothing. So I'll just move the camera a bit more forward. Otunga and McGillicuddy were doing nothing with those championships, and now it seems to me that WWE have sprung like a new life in the tag team division. Like, you had Awesome Truth, they are a tag team now. You got Air Boom, you got the Usos. Who else? You could probably even throw imagine like a I don't know. But they seem to be making up good tags. You even got Otunga and McGillicuddy you can throw in there. You got what do you call them? Maybe even Gabriel and Sheamus. That won't be too bad. A Wade Barrett and a no, Wade Barrett doesn't mix with anybody. Who else is on Raw that doesn't seem to be doing much? maybe even a John Morrison and Alex Riley. How good would that be? Yeah, so you got lots to do, WWE, with those tag team division. So hopefully you make the right decision. And one last thing I want to talk about is the Divas. You got Natalya and Beth Phoenix. So they're like the Divas of Destruction, but once again WWE are being fuckwits about it, and Kelly has gotten 2 pin victories over Beth Phoenix. All 3 now, because like WWE need to get their facts straight. Like, you have Eve Torres, who is a much better wrestler to start, a diva to start with, than Kelly. Like, Kelly can't run the ropes, and like she's just a disgraceful diva, in my opinion. But you got Natalya and Beth Phoenix on one side, and Eve Torres on the other, and then you got Divas Championship on the worst diva out of the 4. It's like when they had Brie Bella on them. Like you just thought to yourself, like, what is WWE trying to achieve with this? Like, do they want us to hate the Divas division? Like, you've just got this little I wouldn't say Barbie doll, because she's like, you got this little eye candy as the champion who can't wrestle at all, has no mic skills, and and then they put it on like a bloody another Barbie doll. But you got so much more to choose from. No wonder Gail Kim left you. And you released Melina. Why can't you release bloody fucking those little douchebags? What are they called? Rosa Mendez. Like, what has she done in the last 3 years? Nothing. And on SmackDown, the only good divas are like Caitlyn and AJ, and like AJ like brings a little bit of spunk to the Divas division. So I'm sorry, WWE, but the Divas division is not winning me over. I don't think it's winning many people over. Like, everyone seems to be every time that topic comes up with the Divas of Destruction, we're only saying negativity about it. There's no like positive feedback from it, because there isn't any. You still have Kelly picking up pin victories on Beth Phoenix. Yeah. I'll probably end this video now. Subscribe up there. Comment on anything that I talked about. Am I wrong? Do you see anything different happening? Go Zack Ryder. Woo, you know it. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Anyway, I will probably see you in a Raw review next Tuesday or Wednesday. So anyway, I'm Sludgeball. See ya.